I'm Sean Hellman and I'm going to show you quickly how to make a reindeer. These reindeer can be made any size, from very tiny pieces of wood up to massive logs if you so wish. We can use anything. We can use dry wood, we can use seasoned wood, we can use rotten wood. Some sticks sort of this size or this size for the body. We need something for the head, and again this is just a little bit of ash, for example, that we're going to use for the head, and some sticks. This is just under 3/4 of an inch, 19mm diameter, which we're going to cut up into 4 legs and a little piece for the neck. You need to have a decent saw with relatively fine teeth, a drill and a drill bit. These flat bits are probably the best tools to use. They're cheap and affordable and you can buy them all sorts of places. I use a little bench hook. It's just a little simple little hook that catches on the edge of the bench and to hold the wood. It's not necessary to use this. You can use vices, or you can hold the piece of wood on the edge of the table to cut. Main thing about using a saw is to hover the saw above the wood and make a very gentle cut. Drag it back and push again, and the cut has started and you can cut through easily. You always start off the saw very, very light. I'm not really measuring, I'm just using the first bit I cut as a measure and going on from there. So I've got a straight arm and I'm just pushing my shoulder up and down. And I want this parallel for the tenon rather than pointed. It's very easy to make it pointed. And so I'm just approximating the size. The best way to actually test whether it is the right size or not is actually by drilling the 1/2-inch hole into the body. It is always best to use a vice or a G-clamp or some way of holding the piece of wood firmly. We need to drill 4 holes for 4 legs, and these holes need to be at an angle, splayed forward at the front and splayed backwards at the back. That's approximately what we want, and we want them tipping forward a little bit. Easy enough for me to remember that, and so I just drill into the wood and I put one in, and obviously this is the one I've just been carving and it doesn't quite fit, so I just use my knife just to whittle it down. Quick look at the end, that should be very nearly there and that should work nicely. Oh yes, that's gone in perfectly. You can see the alignment from one leg to the other. And there we go. And I will stick the next leg in. And this is quite simple now because I can just bend down and align up and drill the hole and drill the next hole. And there we go, four legs. And let's place that on the table. Oh, it's actually not too bad. There's not too much of a wobble. Right, that's about 1/2 inch. Which way up? We're using this for a head. Which way up do you think it should go?
That way.
Why is that?
Because
Because these look like ears. Yeah, that's brilliant. So which way are we going to clamp it onto the table then? Yeah. Do you think that we should clamp it like that and put the clamp there? I'll give you a hand because these clamps are quite difficult to use single-handed. Okay, you can do it up. So we'll put it there, and that if you hold it and squeeze the trigger and push down. Oh, this is a hard bit of wood, isn't it? You could use a traditional bit and brace as well if you have one. Okay, that's the hole for the head. Right, now is the time to decide which is the back, which is the front, where is the head going to go. This one, it really does make no odds. I place the head on, and do I want it set at a nice little jaunty angle? What sort of angle do I want it at? Right, I'm just going to drill a hole. Keep looking at what's happening and pull it out. Just pull up. That's it, and put it safely back on the table. Jaunty angle, inquisitive, being nosy. That essentially is your basic reindeer, and one of the things that really make it is collecting little bits of twig, really, that you can use as antlers, and you can be as creative as you want and as large as you want. I have a tendency of making really large antlers. Does that look good? We're going to drill a hole. Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going, and whoop, a bit more.
Go on, go on.
Whoa!
That one's very good.
There we go. That one's probably a little bit big as well. There we go. See if that one fits in.
Yeah.
Do you think we've got to twiddle them around a little bit?
We have ourselves a reindeer. We have ourselves a reindeer.
And hey presto.